peace of God shining in me now. The peace of God is shining in me now. The peace of God shining in me now. The peace of God shining in me now. The peace of God shining in me. The peace of God shining in me now. The peace of God.
Good morning. Cut action. Good morning. I'm Lisa Natoli, and this is our Friday morning Course in Miracles group, and we're so happy that you're here. And we have some newcomers here today. We have Beth, awesome Beth, welcome. Yay. And Diane, she's back. And Joyce, where's Joyce? There you are. And what's your name again? Margot? Welcome. Welcome. So what we've decided to do, I'm just going to talk a little bit. We have a couple of new exciting things today. And Bill and I went up to Unity, Portland, Maine on Sunday. And it was so great for me to be there because I've never been before. So I had a chance to see what it's like walking into a space as a newcomer. And it was so welcoming. It's just such an amazing, beautiful experience to not know a single person there and to feel like they wanted me there, that my presence really did enrich their space. You know, it was just this feeling of love and gratitude. And then Reverend Pat Bessie, she's so beautiful. I mean, we have the same thing here at Unity on the River, but because I've been coming here for so long, I forget what it's like to come into a new space. And as I was listening to the service, I started to think, at first I was like getting very excited. This is what I would love for our Friday group to be. You know, it's just been amazing. We've been here for 2 years now, and it's very informal, and we want to keep that kind of a feeling. You know, we love having a space where people can come and join. We've always loved the feeling that this is a community, and it's been incredible because, like Monica, when you came here, you know, people are, and you, Nancy, too, when you came from Florida, you came from Wisconsin, other people are looking for a place to connect with others, and you make these amazing connections when you come into a space like this. So we started to think, wouldn't it be great if this could become like a service? Like, we don't want it to become complicated or complex, but where there's parts where people here are more active and involved in this group every Friday morning. So that there'll be a prayer, a meditation, that we greet each other, you know, a chance to get up and say hello, music. We just thought, you know, the music is just so important, and it's been a part that's mostly been missing. You know, it happens occasionally when someone steps forward. And also to have the live stream go for the entire time. Normally we take a break. We go from 10:30 to 11:30 because of the live stream. Then we stop the live stream, and those of you who are here know it often just kind of stops. You know, we're like, gotta go, thank you, bye. And then we all take a break, and then we come back, but it only really gives us 10 extra minutes at the end. And so what we'd like to do is we'd like to go from 10:30 to 11:45 straight with no break. And then we end and we close. And that way the whole thing's on live stream. Everyone gets a chance to really see everything that we're doing here. And the other part that made me want to not go for the full time anymore was there was a Course in Miracles group after the Unity group on Sunday in Portland, and it was for 2 hours. And I'm like, I'm not going to sit in a Course in Miracles group for 2 hours. And I thought, well, that's what we do here, pretty much, you know. And And I would have done it, except for we'd already been, all morning in Unity. And I just saw. So it was like, okay, how can we really make this a space where we're really connecting with each other? It's welcoming, it's warm, you're inspired, you're uplifted, and then it becomes a home, becomes a family. So we just thank you for that. And I'm going to bring you up, Linda, for announcements. Yeah.
I just have a couple of quick Unity announcements. First of all, this group has been called. There's a beautiful meditation garden coming out back. We're trying to raise money for that. We've got some of the prisoners have come to grade it. Actually, one of the prisoners knew everything about a labyrinth, laid out the whole thing perfectly in alignment with the constellation and everything. So anyway, they're coming back next week, and they're looking for somebody to provide lunch for them on Friday. And they asked if the Teachers of God would step in and do that. So I'm going to do the main dish. If people want to help me out with some sides, please touch base with me at the break. I'd really like to do this. Or maybe we just decide to chip in money and we'll go up. I'll run and buy them a bunch of subs. But they want it here for like 11:30 next Friday, and I thought it was perfect. We're going to be here. We can just sort of give them some love with that. So please help out if you can. I don't want to do it all by myself.
I thought they needed that for 2 days.
Nope, just Friday.
Okay.
And how many other?
There's 11. And one is dairy intolerant, but it's easy, so.
I was just going to say, I was going to do the lunch for Wednesday, so I think it's more than Friday. I think it's Wednesday, Thursday. It's all week, but.
Well, we were asked to do Friday, this group.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah. So it just fits. So please let me know if you want to help out. Also, I know you've heard me talk about this for so long because it's finally here. Nicole Nelson is going to be performing at Unity this Sunday. Nicole Nelson is what my soul sounds like. Oh, we have tickets, but you don't need tickets for Sunday. Sunday is completely free. She's the most unbelievable singer, spiritual singer besides Lesley. She's just one of my favorite singers. She got pretty famous. She used to sing here. She got pretty famous. She went on to The Voice. Anyone who watches The Voice, she got a 4-chair turn. She was just voted #1 artist in New England. She's just unbelievable. She's as excited as we are to have her back. So if you come to Unity, come this Sunday. If you don't come to Unity, come this Sunday. Okay? That's it for me. Oh, yeah, and she's going to be singing here in concert on the 18th. Tickets will be available Sunday, and they're available right now. And they're only $30, and you don't want to miss it. So on the 18th, it'll be the whole night. But come to Sunday, and you'll see why you want your ticket.
Awesome. Yes.
I just want to make a quick announcement.
This is also for the live streamers too. You guys, this space costs the foundation $100 each time we meet. And last week there wasn't enough to come in to actually pay for the space. It doesn't mean we're going to lose a space or we're worried, but we would like everyone to contribute, including the live streamers. You can go to the donate button on the website and you can donate from there. But we would just really appreciate everyone's contributing instead of just one or two people putting in big checks. So, and sometimes that happens, and we appreciate that also. So thank you for your support.
Thank you so much. So I'm really excited to bring Lesley Smith up, and she's actually part of the story of Bill and I going to Portland, Maine to the Unity Church and having this conversation on the way home after the service. And it really does show you as an example of when you have an idea, everything that you need to fulfill the idea is brought to you. So we were talking about the welcome packages, which we're going to start to do. You know, they just have this time where they have newcomers come in, all the newcomers are acknowledged. You get this great welcome package, which tells you a little bit about the group. So Bill and I are talking about that. I'm like, I'm going to go to Staples. I'm going to get all the materials we need for that. And then we started talking about music. We're like, okay, wow, this will be so great that we're just really going to become a place of celebration, which is what we've been talking about, and just to bring that music element in. And we didn't really have time to even think about who will it be. Like, who could do it? And that's the way the human mind works, to try to sort it out. And it was just, we didn't even think about it. And the next morning I opened my email, and there's a message from Lesley Smith saying, I would really like to start coming to the Friday morning groups. I think about it every week, but somehow something always gets in on a Friday morning. And I would love to offer, have you ever wanted music in your Friday morning groups? I would love to step forward. And for those of you who know Lesley, she is just like a talented, bright star. Like, it really is like, I'm like, oh my God, guess what just happened? So I would like to introduce to you Lesley Smith.
Thank you so much. Isn't that a great story? We are one mind. And I was so grateful because you know how sometimes you need to share and you don't have any place to share right that moment, but you want to share your gifts and your talents. And the song that I'd like to perform for you this morning, I'm using the backup tracks to the CD that I created with Ken Clark many years ago. So it's Ken Clark playing piano and let's see, Steve Chigueras on drums, Amity Castanel on saxophone, and Michael Mealy on guitar. So I'm really, really proud of the CD, and I'm going to just push on my little backup tracks. And how do I shut this off so I can use the other mic? We're very informal. Just make sure it works. For thee I thirst, Holy of Holies, my Prince of Peace, my beloved one. Into thy hands I do commit me, my body, spirit, soul, and all problems. Reveal, Lord, that which needs to be. Reveal, Lord, and so tenderly. And heal, Lord, that which needs to be. Heal, Lord, and also completely. Thy will is my will, thy way is my way, thy will be done through me in perfect love. Heal me at death, heal me completely. Faith so free on the wings of a dove. Reveal, Lord, that which needs to be. Reveal, Lord, and so tenderly. And heal, Lord, that which needs to be. Heal, Lord, and oh so completely. So I may glorify thy Holy Spirit and live in fullness of your grace. I'm born anew with sweet surrender, an open heart I take my place. Reveal, Lord, that which needs to be. Reveal, Lord, and so tenderly. Heal, Lord, that my unforgiveness and heal my resentments. Heal my separateness. Thy will be done. It is finished. Namaste. Thank you. Namaste.
Oh my God, thank you. Is this on? Yes? Thank you so much. I remember I brought my mother, who may be watching. Hi, Mom. I brought her to Unity on the River one Sunday morning, and you were the singer. And she just could not stop talking about you. And she was talking about you the other day even. She's like, remember that singer? I said, yeah, I do. So let's open up in prayer. Just getting centered where you are. I want you to feel your feet on the ground. I want you to really feel the space that you are. Often in prayer, people try to leave their body. They try to leave their space. And the space where you are is where God is. We're not going anywhere different. We're just moving inward to a space of gratitude and recognition and remembrance and love. Remembering that the light of God surrounds you and that you are this light. You are the love of God. And you have been given every gift of love, of grace, of joy, of peace, that these were given to you in your creation, and they are yours to extend. And as you extend these gifts, they continue the love of God. And so we thank you, Father, that we have remembered our identity, we have remembered our oneness, we have remembered your love, and that we are here listening as it guides when the place of perfect trust or just Al. I want to talk about working miracles. That's going to fall. Goodbye. And concepts. Those are just concepts. You just say, what's a year? It's going to go like that. And you just make that commitment. And then you make a commitment to read the text. Then you make a commitment to do the manual for teachers. And it's just like anything. It's like you really make it a priority, and you see that the time is there for you. And I told this story yesterday that we've had 2 people so far that have been in Living in Purpose, and they have done about 3 or 4 months, and then they say, I don't want to do it anymore. And it's not even because of the money. They just say, I feel like it's not quite what I thought it was going to be. And they both mentioned the 40-day program, that it's not like the 40-day program. Like the 40-day program is like Christmas morning. It's like every day there's a video. You wake up and it's like a total activation. And people write to me and say, I just fly out of bed in the morning. I can't wait to get to the video. And Living in Purpose is 6 months where you get 2 messages a week in one video. And it's quieter. It's like a deepening. And so there was this one woman who took Living in Purpose a couple of years ago. And she came to the main retreat last year, and we happened to be sitting on the beach, just her and I. And she said to me something along the lines of, I don't know, I don't really like living in purpose very much. I mean, it was something like that. It wasn't quite that, but that was sort of the gist of it. Like, it doesn't really done anything for me. And because I've been in the mind training, I don't react to anything anymore. It's just like, okay, great. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Why? So then she started to say, I don't know. I used to be so excited waking up for the 40-day program, but living in purpose, it's just, it's just one message a week. And I just let it be what it was. And then she finished the program, and then she still thought it didn't do much for her. But then I get an email from her about 3 months later, and she said, I noticed today I'm completely different. Like, it was that deepening and the quietness, not that like rush. To me, the 40-day program is just a place to really get people excited, to see new possibilities for yourself. But then the real work, and you don't need a Living in Purpose program. You don't need another program because you have A Course in Miracles. But it's that quiet, everyday dedication and devotion that changes you. It's not anything you're doing. It's not anything that we're offering. It's you. It's you saying, I am going to start listening now to that voice within, that Holy Spirit within you that you talked about in your song. So it says, Jesus says, there is nothing about me that you cannot attain. I have nothing that does not come from God. The difference between us now is that I have nothing else. This leaves me in a state which is only potential in you. And then I love this. He says that he's talking about that awe should only be kept for revelation, for in the presence of the Creator, that you should not have awe in the presence of other people. Like, you shouldn't have awe for another. There should only be awe for the love and for that presence of God. But it says that an elder brother is entitled to respect for his greater experience. He is entitled to love because he is a brother, and to devotion if he is devoted. So you want to look at that. Are you devoted? And what are you devoted to? And you start to see, okay, I am devoted to remembering the truth. I am devoted to listening to God. I am devoted to allowing my whole life to be used to bless. And you start to see the change that occurs. And then he says, my devotion to my brothers has placed me in charge of the sonship, which I render complete because I share it. And I underline that twice, and I put circles around it, and I put a smiley next to that. And the reason is because he says, my devotion to my brothers. That Jesus was devoted to his brothers. He wasn't trying to escape into a space where he was like, oh, the world's not real. He was totally in the world, but not of it, completely devoted to his brothers. And that's what happens. You kind of in the beginning go through a phase where you just disconnect from everything. Your mind is being dismantled. You need that space. That's what Jesus needed in the 40 days. You stop doing all your good works. You stop doing your efforting. You allow yourself that space to just have that transformation occur. And what he says, it's that you're lifted. He talks about that you don't go anywhere, but it's like you're lifted to another state of mind. And then what he says, and now go back and help your brothers. Talks about this in here. Now you're a light in the world. Like, first you allow the darkness to be transformed into the light, carried into the light, and now carry the light back into the darkness. And just like Jesus, he needed space for quiet. Jesus always went to the mountaintop, and all the mountaintop means is that quiet space, not a physical mountain. And so he says, the Holy Spirit mediates higher to lower communication, keeping the direct channel from God to you open for revelation. Revelation is not reciprocal. It proceeds from God to you, but not from you to God. And I love the practical application. I love that you can take that idea and now begin to apply it and see what happens for you. You know, I love Esther Hicks from Abraham Hicks, and I love her story, you know, that she gave 15 minutes twice a day for about a year of just being quiet, not trying to make anything happen. And then what started to happen is the voice. You all have that voice. It's not special. You all have it. But if you don't hear it, it's because you're not making space for it. So if you've ever seen Esther Hicks on a video, or if you've ever been with her in a workshop, she always has I swear it's like a 2-minute connection where she plugs in. She just plugs right in for revelation to occur, and then she just allows it to come. And that's what all of us have, that ability, where you really create that space where you're just saying, okay, this is my devotion. And then Jesus says, you have a role in the atonement, which I will dictate to you. Ask me which miracles you should perform. This spares you needless effort because you will be acting under direct communication. The impersonal nature of the miracle is an essential ingredient because it enables me to direct its application, and under my guidance, miracles lead to the highly personal experience of revelation. So you see, they're tied together. So to be a miracle worker, you are not in control of what the outcome of the miracle is. We don't know because the miracle is impersonal. So our job as miracle workers is just to remember the truth. So I hear someone telling me about sickness or pain or suffering. The miracle is my joining with them in the truth of who they are without a word. That I just remember with them, this is my brother whom I love. And Jesus is with me. Jesus is in charge now of the outcome, not me. I don't need to do anything more. And then as miracle workers, we're listening. We're listening. Is there anything you need me to do in this situation? Yes, touch their shoulder. Like, it's just like, it's so simple. It's like, or yes, and it's not even like a disconnect between the command. It's your mind. It's not like it's separate. You'll just suddenly know, like, look them in the eye. Like, or just say, is there anything I can do for you? Or everything's going to be okay. But you're not planning in advance what you're going to do. You're so present. And then Jesus is going to take it from there. The light takes it from there. That's why in the 40-day and the Living in Purpose program, I love it because I don't have to do anything. I'm not responsible for healing anything. It's all in Jesus' hands. And that's why people come to me and they thank me. They think I did something. I didn't do anything. We're not doing anything. No one here is doing anything. The Father within us, He does all things. So it's a space of appreciation, gratitude for what is occurring. But suddenly it's like you can relax. You can just relax and just be present in the day. Whoops, I'm stuck on my shirt. So I want to just close with this, and then I'm going to bring Bill up. But this is what I opened up to last night. This is so beautiful. It says, Spirit is in a state of grace forever. Your reality is only spirit. Therefore, you are in a state of grace forever. Thank you. So now we invite the awesome Bill Free up.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back, live streamers. They were offline for a little bit. We had a internet glitch, but you're back online, and we're happy to have you back. And thank you, baby, for that awesome introduction. And also I like to think of, where's the other mic? I like the other mic better. I like to think of I really like the subject of Revelation, and where Lisa was just talking about Revelation is where we experience that connection with God. It's the awe that's experienced, and some people talk about that awe experience. I used to think that awe was like, when does that happen? When am I going to be blown off my feet with the awe factor? And it's where the connection is. It's where it's found in that place of stillness. There's I don't know, there's at least a dozen and probably 100 words for it. The awe is the grace of God. The awe is, to me, it's that beyond the beyond experience that we have where we say, give me some more. Give me some more of this. And it's beyond drugs. It's beyond, the drug experience. Anybody that has taken drugs in their life and or even been sedated for a surgery, it's like, yeah. That was my old experience, and I'm telling you, the God experience is so much more. It is so much more. It's like it gives you that timeless experience that you are willing to say, well, I could stay here forever. I could stay right here. This is God. This is God speaking to me, and this is my communing experience. The awe factor, to me, is we're finding it. I'm finding it more and more in that quiet space. That's why I keep. I'm like a broken record for the quiet space. It's this space right here. It's the space that, and if you all want to just be here with me for a moment, just relax in your seats, and we'll join together in one mind, the mind of Christ that we share. And it's in this place, in between the words, where the presence is acknowledged and revealed. Right here. Everything is resolved right here. This is our common space. This is where we join. In between the words and the presence. And the power. We are pure presence and pure light. And in this space, we're one. We're joined. We know. And God is. God is right here. As awareness. As presence. Jesus' mind, Jesus' consciousness is right here too. No separation. He's not somewhere else. He's right here in this presence. Buddha. All the beings. There's no separation. All the beings that don't even know their identity, they're still here. They never left. This is God mind. Not the words or even the descriptions, but the experience of presence. Remembering God, remembering Source. And thank you, our elder brother, Jesus, the way shower that revealed this truth to us. And still even today, coming forth in many vessels, many beings, with the truth. In many traditions also, with the consciousness of Christ that you revealed for all your brothers and sisters. The precious gift of A Course in Miracles. It's a book, a roadmap, an owner's manual that we so appreciate your bringing it in through Helen and Bill and many other people, the other beings that have been involved in this, and that we can now open it and the truth be revealed, our lifeline, our journey home, and the experience of God while we're still having the experience of bodies with identities, that we can know the truth even here, experience reality, even in the dream. Thank you for this truth that's been revealed to us. We are so blessed and grateful. And so it is. Amen. Well, that feels really good. I could stop right here. And we have this power and this presence available to us all the time. All the time. And one of the things, I started reading the miracle, there's 50 miracle principles. I think there were 53, and they narrowed it, at least that's what I read somewhere, that they took 3 out or 6 or whatever. But there's 50, round number. It's a lot of them. But one of the miracle principles, one of the 50 miracles, is that when you see a brother, as soon as you lay consciousness, awareness, thought on a brother, and you remember the Christ right there, you remember God, you remember your God self right there, that's a miracle. It's a miracle that's taking place, and we only need to just acknowledge that. Just acknowledge, this is my brother whom I love, and this is the Christ that's in front of me. And if we're course, we're not going to have that thought experience or even come close to it if we're making them a person and holding their past as having something to do with what we're experiencing. So we have to really be conscious. We have to be vigilant to remember the truth all the time. And anchors are very helpful for that. Anchors are, my anchor, if you guys have noticed, is right here. This is my truth anchor. It brings me back into alignment to the truth. And often when I see someone that I just remember that, oh, we're sharing love right now. And we share this love contact. Most of the time it comes through the eyes right away. And then it goes from the eyes into, oh, this is my brother who I love. This is what we do. This is why this family, this community gathering is so helpful every Friday when we show up in this, or come into church on Sunday, and we see brothers and sisters that we have this, we connect with something that reminds us of the truth. And some strangers, we don't, we're sort of, there's a default that says, oh, I don't know you, so you're not getting the same treatment. That's fucked up. So we can actually adjust that, right? We can say, oh, I really don't like that place where I go. I want to be more available. I want to be more available as the Christ wherever I go. And when you show up that way, you try smiling to somebody that's got a frown, I guarantee you they're going to smile back, right? Somebody comes and they've got their hands down and there's no hug coming. You just go in and that hug's coming, because everyone wants that connection. That's God connecting with them through me, and we all have that power and that presence, and that aliveness is just waiting to be expressed through us. So my suggestion for everyone is just find an anchor. Maybe it's to pinch yourself on the ass or put your hand on your heart. It doesn't really matter. Whatever works. Scratch your nose. Yeah, anything. Get an earring. I have an earring and do this.
On your hand, still.
Yeah, but just be the Christ. Be available. This is a happy place where children play. And the truth is, when we let Christ reveal itself through us and as us, we'll have a happy dream. And also we'll demonstrate that it's available for everyone. Everyone is going to be seeing their own Christ through our demonstration of the Christ. And that's why I love this group, and I also love the new format that we're going to. I really hope that all of you guys are in on that, and I think it's going to really be good for the family that gathers here, and also for you guys on live stream. You'll get a little bit a little closer to us in what happens here, and many of you are across the ocean, and you'll get to come on down to the United States here for a little bit and share some fellowship with us. And it's really, we love having you guys on the conference calls, and we love having you in this family. And even those that don't know you, even the ones here that haven't met you, they love you. They hear about you, and many of the ones that are here that are in the Facebook group, they talk about you guys. So keep coming back. We love you, and we thank you for coming. I'm going to Portugal on Tuesday. I'll be gone for, I'll be back here in 3 weeks, but I'm going to Mooji, and I'm going to hang out at the ashram, and I'm really looking forward to that, because it's, they're my other peeps. You guys are my family here. They're my family, and also they're your family too, because they're all about the Great Awakening. The whole Mooji thing and the ashram and the it's Advaita Vedanta. It's the truth. It's non-dual, and it's more the experience of just identifying as the self, as the Christ, as our one self, and we all have that. The Course also points to that in my favorite workbook lesson I am as God created me. In 4 words, I am the self. And if you start looking for in the Course where Jesus mentions the self, capital S self, it's identified all over the Course in Miracles, because the Course in Miracles is really here to help us identify the self. The I as the Christ, the I am consciousness, the Christ consciousness. And so I'll be back in about 3 weeks. You guys hold the fort down, and thank you for being my beloved family here. And I'll be looking for you guys on live stream. I think we're like 5 hours later, so I'll be I'll probably be working. I might be able to, I'll watch a delayed broadcast. Because when I go over there, I work all day. And then when there's a satsang, it happens spontaneous. When Mooji starts speaking, you never know it's going to happen. All of a sudden, you'll see 3 or 4 people gather, and then 5 or 6, and then 20. And then everyone that is in eyesight of Mooji having a spontaneous satsang, they stop what they're doing. And pretty soon, and there's probably 150 people there, pretty soon the whole property shuts down and everybody starts walking over there, and then Mooji talks for several hours. He just speaks, and he brings you into the experience of a meditation like we did a few minutes ago. He just brings you into this space, and somehow, I don't know how it works, but it's just like we all join here when we have that communion of getting into the quiet place. I don't know how it happens or what happens, but it's palpable. You feel the experience, and you have a collective experience of that. When there's more of us, there's just more of it. So anyway, I'll be in Portugal next week. I'll miss you guys, and I'll see you in about 3 weeks. And thank you for joining with me this morning.
Awesome. So I'm going to bring up Lesley again in a moment. She's going to lead us in a musical meditation, I think. And what I just wanted to say on announcement front is we have other Course in Miracles groups in this area also. Nancy has a group on Sunday mornings after the Unity service at 12 o'clock. Until when? 1:30. And Monica, are you doing your group up in Maine? Scarborough, Maine. When is it? 6:30 on Monday nights up in Scarborough, Maine. And we're going to post all of this on the Teachers of God website. Kelly Russell has a group in Newburyport on Monday nights at 7 o'clock. And Elaine Falvey has also in Newburyport a group on Thursday night at 6:30. So we're going to post all the locations. And like I said, we really want to see some changes here. What you're seeing today is just a first step. I also want to we're going to really have better communication with the mailing list. We send out an email every Wednesday or Thursday. Linda Leland has been awesomely in charge of that. And for anyone who's new here, who's not, and this isn't the Teachers of God mailing list. This is a Friday group that just talks about all the different things that are happening. I brought my computer today, so I would love if you could put your name on there with your email. And we're just going to, again, you're only going to get 1 email a week. For anyone who's listening live stream, if you want to be on that list, just to kind of know what we're doing here, you can send a message to lisa@teachersofgod.org with just on the subject line, just say ACI on Friday, and just say I'd like to be on that mailing list. And we really just want to hear from you also. We're going to need some guest teachers in the next couple weeks. Bill and I also have Unity shows. Mine's called Living in Joy. I'm going to be interviewing Monica next week. I got you in mind, Kelly. If there's anyone who wants to come on as a guest and share what it's like to practice these principles of living in joy. Bill has one called Pure Presence, and it reaches a lot of people on Unity. It's if anybody wants to be on the show and really just interact with me or with Bill for an hour, it's not hard, it's just a conversation, but really that you've had a transformation, that you have something to share with someone, like something you want to give for others to hear. Just come to us. And just, we're going to keep some notes up there if you want to come and teach here as a guest teacher, or do a meditation, or do the prayer, or do the music. We just want it to become just more of people are really just stepping forward. So we thank you. And now we bring back Lesley Smith.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone so much. This is my third time in the 40 days. I've been kind of I've been very quiet on Facebook. I've been going, I think, through an inward period of my life where I'm just figuring things out, and I've been a caregiver, and my father passed last September, and I'm still doing a lot of care for my mother. So it's been an interesting time, and I've been so grateful for the 40-day program. I can't tell you how transformational it's been for me, and I've loved it, and I'm grateful. So thank you for that support. I love that support. So let me just switch on my music here. This is a song that many of you know, and let's do it together. I think that's Bill's. Bill's getting a call. Here I am, Lord, use me, guide me, fill me, take me, lead me by your will. Here I am, Lord, ready to follow, to serve you, to love you, to be you in this world. Thy will is done through me this day. Thy will is done through me this day. Lord, you call, I answer. I'm open, I listen, I hear you, I feel you move in me. Lord, I come closer, humble, surrender. I'm lifted and committed to your plan. Thy will be done through me this day. Thy will be done through me this day. Here I am. Lord, I come. Here I am. Lord, I come. Namaste. 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 Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. I love you. So I would love to hear from anyone who would like to share for a few moments. We have about 10 minutes left of, yes, I was going to give a topic, but hey.
Well, it was talked about earlier, so I just wanted to share my experience with blessing my brother, because this is the first time I've ever done that, and the experience from it, what I got from it. And I kind of looked at it like Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, when Tinkerbell's light was dimming, and everyone said they had to believe. You know, I believe in fairies, I believe in fairies. And her light became brighter and brighter. And so I went into the dollar store, and there was the man there, and I blessed him. The first thing I did was bless him and, you know, said, this is my brother, he's the light of the world, I'm the light of the world. And I left there and I got in my car. And as I was driving away, my experience was this feeling of my light becoming brighter. It was a bliss feeling. And so that's what I wanted to share, was my experience with that.
Thank you so much, Beth. And that's what it is. It's like the light is in all of us and it's there, but it grows when you share it. Perfect. Who else would like to share? I wanted to say you actually were filled right in with what I was going to ask, is what's working miracles like for you? Because that, to me, what we're doing here is we're stepping into our function as miracle workers. And often we've complicated that idea, thinking, oh, I'm not a healer. You are a healer. You are a miracle worker. You are the light of the world. And now you begin to practice it in your everyday life. And you see that you are a healer. And you see that your light does start to grow stronger and stronger. You are a healer. That's the first time you've said that? Yeah. Yep. And you have to start declaring it. I'm reading the Masters of the Far East again, and it is exactly what A Course in Miracles says, that Jesus says, I am the Christ. I am the only begotten Son of God. And what people have mistakenly thought is that only Jesus the man was that he was a savior. But what they say in the Masters of the Far East is that what he was actually doing was declaring, I am the Christ, I am the Son of God. And you have to declare it first before the Christ comes. That's what he was doing. And everybody mistakenly thought, that he was saying, I am. And that was true. He was saying that. And each and every one of us has to come to that point when you declare, I am the Christ. I am the Son of God, whole and healed and perfect. And that's why we love having this group, because you often can't do it in your regular life. But here you can do it. You do it first, and you watch the fear come up. Say, I'm not the Christ. It's like, I don't have any light. But you start to see, oh, okay, wow, I'm watching myself. And then you get a chance to say it, I'm a healer. That I'm a miracle worker. I'm here only to bless. You start watching your words. So thank you for that, Beth. Who's next? What does working miracles mean for you? I think you have to come up here.
I'll do it. It's just caught right here.
There's a wireless mic.
Okay. I loved when you just said that about, misunderstanding what Jesus was saying, because the tattoos I have on my arm, be still and know I am God. I have people see this one a lot and they go, you think you're God? And I'm like, no, I'm the source of everything. And this is like the saying that brings me back to the place of be still means be quiet. He's got it. And it's very confusing to people when they see it, because unless they see this side too, they're like, oh, you think you're God? And I'm like, well, you are, so I must be. And so I liked when you said that, because we all are. And I think it's scary. The one thing I love that you did teach through the 40 days is, and also in the 6 month, is that we're more scared of the love of God than we are of the ego. And that's the thing that wants to kill us and take us down. And the thing that loves us, we're more afraid of because the ego is so familiar. It's like a really, really bad friend that you've just gotten used to. Like someone beating the snot out of you your whole life, and then someone brings you to these beautiful parents and goes, they're going to love you. Like, nope, I like that one. They beat me and I'm used to it. So it's just, if I put it in that perspective, it makes it really easy to understand. So I choose the love today. Thank you.
Okay, we have 4 minutes. I got a camera crew back there now. Thanks, guys. So we're going to close, and if we can all join in a circle, we're going to close with a prayer. And again, we thank you for your financial contributions. They really help us pay for the space. They help the live streaming. Anyone out there live streaming would like to make a donation, just hit that donation button and grab a hand. And we're going to bless the tithes. This is what we do here. And this is a place where you really connect to the abundance in your life. I want you to just think about that you're in the flow now. That you're in the flow, that you are here, allowing all that has been given to you to flow. So I want you to think about all the gifts of God, your joy, the peace of God, the grace of God, your talents, your gifts, your abilities that were given to you, money, just everything. Everything belongs to God, and that we're here just to give. And so we use the unity, tithes, and blessings together.
Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
And Miss Linda, would you like to do the closing prayer?
Sure, I knew it.
My sister.
Greatest compliment ever. Dear God, thank you so much for this group, for the music and the joining and the family and the freedom and the acceptance and the allowance and the extension that we all share here together. And the way you just refuel us to leave here and share it wherever we go. Just like Tinkerbell, I love that, to affirm who we are and affirm who our brother is, and we both get brighter. Thank you for your love. Thank you for helping us to accept love and to remember that we are loved. That's the biggie. We are that. So let's open our hearts and let that love in. You are loved. You are the Son of God. You are worthy of everything. We can all bow at each other's feet. And remember that you are that. And so it is. Amen.
Yay. Well, thank you, everyone, and thank you, live streamers. We love you.
The peace of God shining in me now.